adding on to this, looking at the stats of the result itself, it is so disheartening.
True.
And I have I extracted a data whereby mentioning that 197,745 didn't vote.
Yeah.
Is this the main cause of it?
I don't know about the people who don't vote, but there may be a few reasons lah. One thing I can see that people have made travel plans.
Okay.
And then they announce voting pun 9 days already. Usually people who made travel plans already plan in advance already.
Yeah,
Betul.
So this might contribute to the
Failing to vote lah.
Yeah, failing to vote, and people who are apathetic towards politics.
Okay.
Tak kisah pada dorang tak akan ubah pun.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think these are what contributes to a large number of people who don't turn up.
Yeah, okay.
Kira banyak juga tu.
Banyak,
It's
197,000.
200,000 lah.
5%.
See?
Yeah. So look at the standing also, whereby I have a data whereby the top four. The top four, the number one we know is a PAP. It has a 65.57%.
Correct.
WP is 14.99%. PSP 4.89%. RDU 3.96%.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the top four.
Correct.
So I just want your opinion. Truth to be told, this year the number of opposition parties is quite large.
Yeah.
Huge. There are 11 of opposition party. Because this is also a question which has been thrown inside the IG, our
Correct.
DM. Why are there so many parties? Why can't the parties? We have the top 4, top 5. Abolish the rest, combine,
Fight.
together. What is your take?
About this combining, I think it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Okay.
So each of the party political, the leader of the political party, they each have their own ideas. They each have their own leanings, and they each, of course, want to do things on their own.
Okay.
So we have not come to a stage whereby we emulate Malaysian punya Malaysian punya politics, where
yes.
even Tun dengan Anwar also dia bergabung walaupun they are once political enemies kan.
Yep.
We have not reached to that stage that all these political leaders of the political parties bergabung to work for Singaporean. We have not reached that stage yet lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be difficult because one thing is that sometimes it differentiate in terms of policy. They don't agree with it, but mostly in the way of leadership, value leadership, quality. Leadership. How they want to bring a party's direction. So with this already is clash, and then sometimes they want to lead, they don't want to take instructions. They're not. This kind of thing happen. So it's going to be difficult unless I know the population wants all this population.
Yes.
But you see, even with an alliance, belum lagi combine. You just an alliance pun can break up so easily.
Because from where we stand as a normal punya
Citizen.
citizen ni, kita faham is just as simple as korang bergabung, bring down this party. Tapi like you mentioned lah, each party ni, opposition ni ada different leaders. They have their own direction, they have their own egos, they have their own agendas. Ini yang kita tak faham ni, citizen ni kan. So
Pasal pada aku apa tau, it's gonna make macam, why we say this, because too many parties make us confused. Kan, why not macam the over the position join other team, so it's minimize the thing. So minimize means kadang-kadang kita easy for us to make a decision,
because each of them got different policies that they want to.
Example NSP kan dia masuk four corner fight.
Yes.
I think they know that they're gonna lose their deposit. Even after if we advise them don't go lah three corner or four corner, they don't want to listen, right? So how to combine? Let's say kalau once we dah combine and we gonna tell them this,
will they listen?
They wouldn't listen. So to combine actually needs a bigger in the long term view, that people are really going to work for Singapore, not for their own political mileage or whatever, or their ego or whatever. So to do this, it really, we really need to have good opposition leaders also lah.
Okay,
Bring
so
the right values.
okay, because I can we also know that you are the contender or the candidate for the Jurong and Bukit Batok.
Jurong East, Bukit Batok,
Bukit Batok JRC kan. So because the margin itself is very far, but it is a start. To me, it is a start, because back then when kita pull back in 2015, whereby Dr. Chi Sun Juan was the candidate as a SMC. Okay, the margin was
very
there,
thin,
very close.
very
He
thin.
almost got that. And when they abolished that SMC and revamped to be a GRC, don't you think that is a strategy?
Definitely that is a strategy for the PAP lah, to dilute yang mana very hotly contested areas. So they gerrymander. This one, no matter how they want, how the government say it's not gerrymandering, it is. People all know.
Okay.
That those yang macam West Coast dengan West Coast punya JRC dulu pun very close also. So what they do is they take Jurong, because last time I think Darman got quite a good percentage there. So they take and they split up and join part of it towards JE and BB punya GLC, and part of it goes to West Coast. So they bring down the opposition punya influence there lah. So that's a strategy for PAP lah.
But to see that the numbers that I have over here, one moment jauh pergi. Okay, there are 3 GRC. Betul? And 1 is a SMC. For RDU. The Jurong East and Bukit Batok, I think for RDU it was 23.34%. To me it is a good start. I'm a resident of Bukit Batok. So I've always mentioned this, we need new party. We have to give opportunity. Hearing the rally from RDU over at Bukit View Secondary School, it was very, very, it touches my heart, because I didn't manage to witness personally, but I look over the Facebook. It touches the residents' hearts. They were talking facts. It's about the life, okay,
Close to the heart.
The everyday people's life.
We are surviving with the things that are hiking up, peaking, and with the current salary, with the with the current value, which is so expensive for a
property.
We are looking at low income family, because we know also Bukit Batok, yes, is an established, but still the rest, we are full of middle and lower income family. So we need the opposition party to be our voices, to understand us, but it doesn't happen. So how do you feel as a contestant or a candidate that you didn't manage to grab
actually
this opportunity?
I'm expecting more of 30% and above. But considering that this is a new GRC, so there's no benchmark to base on previous election and this election, because as this is a new GRC lah. So but 23% is the base lah. The base that the opposition party should be able to garner at least 25 and above, all these 20 to 25. So it's a good start, like you say lah.
Yeah, it's a good
because
start.
RDU is also a small party. We are just established in 5 years ago. So to get that kind of support, of course we have to slowly build kita punya branding, what we stand for, and it doesn't help also lah. Other opposition parties fielding candidates that of below quality, so it has an effect towards all the other opposition party, especially RDU, up and coming, right? New, right? So people might think that we are also, part of the larger opposition who really feel candidate who cannot make it lah,
Faham.
For macam aku punya side is Yishun, under Yishun, right? For me, for what
RDU
I can see,
also?
RDU also.
Okay.
I think there's a little bit drop on the voting side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me macam I see that it's the other party is the ruling party is doing more promoting during that point in time. When to me I don't see much on RDU side from Nisun,
Yeah, because maybe to add on that, maybe because as mentioned, RDU was only
Small, yeah.
5 years ago it started, and
People belum recognize.
If to me, if let's say RDU on my side, if were to more engaging, I think it's gonna be a big. There's gonna be big change, because the one day what they want to fight is who, right?
Betul.
Mr. Chamogan, right? It's
Yes,
gonna be
correct.
hard, but I think to what you can see by even though they are not engaging so much, but they can get that percentage, So if let's say they engage more, I think they're gonna get more percentage on it.
The drop of percentage, I put it down to national level also. Every party has a drop of percentage, and of course as a new party it will affect us more lah, because orang tak kenal sangat. But nationally everyone drop percentage. So even PSP, which more people know them, also pun drop their percentage.
Yes, you can see that.
So I don't know how we have this silent majority, they call it, which is very important.
Yep.
And we cannot, we just couldn't guess how they're gonna vote. So sometimes we think that we're gonna lose a lot more, then suddenly our percentage is better. Sometimes when we think we can, get more percentage, and it's lower. So the silent majority is the important one. We have a base opposition supporters 20 minimum. The other side, PAP 20 to 30% minimum. So the rest are all the silent majority. Swing vote that we can actually reach out to them to tell them about our policy, what we're going to do. Ni yang susah. It's not the people that we see on internet liking, commenting. They are not the silent majority. Silent majority is just looking, tengok, baca.
That's the more dangerous one, right?
Yeah.
That are the potential, is it? The potential one.
yeah.
So since RDU is not the elected party for Bukit Batok, just as for my own take lah. For my own concern. So will the rest of the in the team will be still going down to the ground? I mean, to the field to reach out.
Previously, after RDU contested in Jurong GRC, they have been walking the ground until the boundaries change. So this time around is no different. They are still going to walk Jurong East, Bukit Batok, and then the area that we contested for the 5 years. And then if change again, we do not know how it's going to be lah. But RDU is still going to walk the ground 5 years. I think it has been documented that they are walking the ground. They are not just silent.
Okay, so
walking the ground as in what? Still getting feedbacks to keep, or
they sometimes go and meet us door to door, kasih flyers ke.
Still
Yeah, still.
So which means to say, if let's say I have an issue, should I reach out to the PAP or can I reach out to RDU? Which one?
I think the best course is to reach out the MP first.
MP,
because they have the influence or whatever, that they have closer ties with
residents.
So unless you see that you can also feedback to RDO. There's no issue. We can not say we can solve your problem, but we can point you to the right organization to approach. We can also do
Give
that.
advice lah.
Yeah,
support
give advice also, because
okay.
the MPs also will give you advice. Okay, this one you approach here, or okay, we help you write letters to TP or HDB, something like that.
Oh, they can still help.
Yeah.
Oh,
Advice lah.
really?
They still can advice. Yeah.
No, like you said, like if we have a problem with dengan TP, they can help us.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's why.
The letter have to come from the MP
Nah,
lah. It
MP.
carries more weight lah. But for our side, we can advise you what to do. We can help craft letters. Some those old people yang tak pandai tulis surat. Yeah, we do that.
Okay. Still serving the residents, eh?
It will not be extensive during election lah.
Yes, correct.
It's a much slower pace, but they have been walking the ground.
Like for me, I just hope for my side, the Nisun, Mr. David Fu and the Sa'awi, right? I just hope that the other one is Mr. Ravi. I just want them to like get more engaged during this time, in touch with us. They say bukan nak cakap apa. I mean, if they say the more they get engaged, the more, because Yishun generation is now for me is macam generation diorang banyak yang dah senior citizen. So the new building, new house is already start beginning. So the new generation start to come in. If let's say they were to still engage and touch the hearts of the new generation, inshallah maybe we can get more votes.
I think Nisun RDU is the first time contest.
Correct, it's the first time.
And then kita before this we can't just walk in Nisun.
Yeah, correct.
Because previously was I think PSP.
PSP, yes,
we
correct.
can't just walk in Nisun because in the end later kalau orang lain yang contest, then it doesn't
Make sense.
So normally after we contest, that's where we walk the ground. And then kalau the next one kena chop ke change lah, too bad lah. Macam jurung Chelsea lah, kita kena chop.
Betul.
That's the thing.
Jadi baru kita we will meet new set of residents. Jurong East and Bukit Batok, new sets of residents. So they have to get to know us. So it's always a disadvantage lah kalau chop and change.
So, but for yourself, you have been in different parties for the past 20 years.
I contested twice under reform, one under SPP, and the under RDU.
Okay, bang. To be honest, I want to ask you personally. Each time you go, you representing your own parties during that time, all the way till now. Each time you going into these elections, how high is your confidence level? I mean, at what level is your confidence level, knowing that you're gonna win or you're gonna lose?
It depends. Kalau coming into this election, I thought we are just going to perform better. In terms of percentage, to me getting above 30% is a win. But of course we are in reality check that it's going to be tough to win lah.
I mean, to contest with the big guns.
But in politics anything can happen. So sometimes in a split second tide might change. Of course there's hope to win, but not to say that we are confident to win. It's just hope that we can maybe reach out more.
So as long you see the percentage getting higher each 5 years, it's already a win.
Because we also have to see if our percentage keep going down, we know something is not right lah. We have to change tactic or do something about it, do something different. So I think the punya trend is that time they can see that opposition numbers is growing.
Okay. But you want to ask? Go. Okay, you already joined all the past years, right? And it's always keep losing. Have you ever thought to join the ruling party so you can get the win?
It's not about personal.
Joining the PAP. Tak boleh lah.
Seriously?
Tak boleh.
You know why now I say this? Sometimes people may say, I think I joined. No, because the agenda that people have
just to win.
Just to win. You know what I mean?
I mean, it defeats the purpose.
But I don't think that's because it doesn't align with my values. I joined not to just win, but to effect change this and then to go up against the PAP machinery. Let's say you join, macam banyak kita PAP Melayu pun join. They have good education level. Dorang good person. But in the end, they cannot effect the change. They are not a politician. They cannot lobby. To me, they actually should lobby their own people, gather together, all the Malay MP, okay, we want this. Get someone, your Chinese colleague to support you. That's how you lobby lah.
Yeah.
How Israel lobby US.
Oh yeah.
But the MP kat dalam ni semua ni sekarang, I mean, they are a good person lah. But if they are not an effective politician, dia orang baik, dapat serve the resident, but in terms of policy making, they are ineffective. 50 years already we have it.
Yeah.
Not once they have actually, not once lah, but dia punya effect of change to help the Muslim community tak banyak. A lot of it happen because of social activists who push. So,
But nothing been done also, right?
and if you can see, that time yang tudung issue tu kan, yang they allow suddenly to allow nurses to wear tudung sekarang kan. So 3 days before Shanmugam was saying they allow the Muslim nurses, Muslim people to wear tudung in the hospital, 3 days before that, Mas Agus cakap cannot. Mas Agus dalam parlimen cakap So after 3 days after that, Shanmugam allows it to happen. So Mas Agus is also doesn't know what's happening inside. It cannot be that decision in a split second. 3 days later, Shanmugam allow.
Yeah.
Cannot be.
So Mas Agus don't know what's happening behind the scene now. Correct. No? After that 3 days, Shanmugam allow. Baru 3 days later, Mas Agus support also. So it makes sense. Doesn't make sense, right?
So macam apa tau? Dia kira-kira apa tau?
Macam Nari yang cakap, people bring up the subject of tudung. I Mas Agus cakap tak boleh lah, susah gini apa. 3 days after, Shanmugam cakap okay, we allow tudung.
But do you
So
think?
I don't know what's
But
happening.
do you think this is like
Dirty work.
the dirty thing? I mean, to do that, people will start to bombard
Bash Mas Agus.
Yeah, he's being bombarded by that.
Yalah,
For
kau
that. Yes.
orang punya mindset mesti fikir kau satu Melayu cakap tak boleh kau. Kau tengok ni bangsa lain cakap boleh.
So in the end, what I see is that the Malay minister take cue from Shanmugam or whoever is holding the power. Because if you can see, Madam Halimah kita during she's a president, she doesn't raise any issue of Palestine.
Yes.
After she stepped down, then can.
Yeah.
So all this I can see. So that means no matter how you want to join PAP, you want to change from inside, you can't. The machinery itself is too big to,
Faham.
So-
unless you lobby.
That news actually supposed to be delivered by Mas Agus instead of Shanmugam, Tapi is either way. Dia macam pada aku look at it dia macam kena main.
And then yang baru-baru ni kan, Nur Derus punya issue tu.
Oh yes.
Mas Agus pun diam until Shanmugam step in and say something, and then totally no, not Nur Derus, Kelvin Cheng punya issue.
Okay.
Also.
Oh yeah, yes, correct.
Also same, Shanmugam dah cakap, baru Mas Agus boleh cakap. So can see the pattern. They would not say it first.
Oh, okay.
So they take cue lah,
Okay.
Okay, Shanmugam dah cakap, so safe for me also to follow whatever that.
Follow through je
So
lah.
which means bila Shanmugam say something, approve something, then he will go all out.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe maybe kat dalam parti pun tau. You all don't say anything Wait for me to say that you can say.
Maybe. But that's how it works lah. A few times already.
Okay.
So this kind of thing. But totally, they are, as a person, they are good. They can serve the resident. But on a bigger picture, they are totally ineffective. For 60 years already, it has been like this. And then the change towards allowing all our Muslim to wear tudung in the uniform group semua, so it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen through our MP.
Okay.
But to me, is wearing tudung doesn't affect anything. Seriously, if you were to, it's all about integrity.
Yeah, the big, other countries we have seen, orang polis pun pakai tudung.
Yes.
Semua. So it just doesn't make sense for them to not allow us, except for political reason of winning the majority votes,
Okay.
And they have already concluded that, Singaporeans vote along racial lines. So part of their policy also will be shaped towards this direction. They don't want to lose the majority vote also. And
Ni macam dulu-dulu time sekolah apa tau. Rambut panjang dia tak boleh belajar.
Yeah.
Betul lah. Dulu kan ni. Rambut panjang dia tak boleh belajar.
You check back, that's how it is lah.
Yalah.
And tudung tu when 3 days before Masagos in Parliament say it's not time to allow tudung. After that Shanmugam kasih green light.
Tu kira ouch
3 days. So Masagos don't know that actually they are going to allow. If not, he wouldn't say in Parliament it's not.
Pasal dia macam kalau dia tahu dia tak akan bodoh.
Kalau dia tahu dia tak akan cakap sekarang ni. Dia mesti at least pun okay, we're gonna have some announcement maybe 3 days after.
Betul juga.
Takkan dia nak
mesti dia prom
sendiri.
Okay, faham. So korang faham
Tak? Faham kan? Faham
Nak masuk politik tak?
Tak guna nanti tunggu 5 tahun baru. Apa lah sekarang tak guna.
Okay, I'm just throwing a question to you. Just as an example lah. Kalau you are the elected candidate to be to be a minister.
Amin dulu
Amin dulu. Korang yang dengar amin. Yes. So will you be leaving your business or will you be a full-time minister?
I think you meaning to say it's an MP. Minister, I definitely have to leave the job.
Okay.
I believe I have to be a full-time MP lah to serve the residents' needs. Kalau part-time ni semua, you know, when you do something part-time and full-time, full-time will get you the best result.
Correct.
Right? So
Agreed.
I believe in that also. So if I get elected, that means I somehow have to sacrifice my business or my this MP.
Okay.
So if I can effect a lot of change, I'll be a full-time MP. Definitely, yeah.
Dengar tu korang. Not an easy.
Yeah. In business also, if you do part-time business, the business will not fly. I mean, not to say cannot make it, but if you focus on one thing, it is always better. You devote all your time there.
Faham.
Yeah.
Faham sangat-sangat.
Yalah, pasal kalau part time kan setengah masak.
Betul.
Setengah masak kan. Kalau full time at least you full focus on that.
Yeah, full focus.
discussion.
Yeah.
I think we as a podcast also can relate to this concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing part time
Kita
difficult. If you do full time can fly.
Yeah, betul.
Okay, jom besok balik kerja.
Doing part time tidur kurang. Doing full time tidur banyak. Betul.
Full time, because you see kalau a lot of times kita buat part time tak ada tak apalah, kita ada backup already.
Betul. Yes.
Tapi kita tak ada backup, baru kita mati-mati nak make this happen lah, you know.
Correct.
When I jump from corporate world to business, I resign straight away. I terus masuk. Tak ada macam masuk pelan-pelan buat part-time tak ada. And then actually that business was a losing money already.
Okay.
So when I go into business, that time I put some money and investment. So I don't want my investment money to gone just like that. And I know that the business is bleeding. So I told, rather than I let all my investment money gone, I quit my job. That time I was earning about close to 4,000 already. 20 years ago, it's quite big money.
Yes.
But it is better for me to save my investment money. I think quite substantial also lah. So I stop my job. I do that full time without experience tau. I tak pernah buat business apa. But not because I am clever, but because I focus. Focus. And then of course my background business management helps lah in doing the business. But then doing the full time focus, you really put in the hours there. When you work outside pun kerja 9-10 jam, do to the business better lah.
True.
Wow.
Can relate.
Yeah. Okay. So last few questions. Do you agree that Singapore's living standard is very expensive?
Definitely.
And also adding on to this, expensive, and it's very hard for us, like I say, I've already mentioned from earlier on, the low and middle income family. And I mean, the government should look into this rather than building infrastructures.
Yeah, true. As an example, I've lived in Cebu kan. Okay, people say Cebu government are ineffective.
Okay.
Road the dusty, and then some things are not working. But the cost of living there is low. So when I compare, do I want an efficient government, or do I want a clean city, or lower cost of living? I choose lower cost of living with dust, with whatever,
Yeah.
Correct.
because it doesn't give you that stress. So you can be more relaxed. Yalah, okay lah, dust sikit lah, road kotor lah, lampu tak ada lah, but you don't feel the stress, you see.
Okay.
Cost of living is so low that you earn a little bit, you can feed your whole family. Down here, yeah, it's clean, but then in the end kita punya mental punya health ni, kita nak kena kerja, alamak tak kerja dia stress, tak ada duit stress, and then we go into debts, all this stuff.
Faham.
So definitely Singapore has to adjust lah, have to really tackle down this high cost of living. Kita punya gaji normally our inflation rate I think 3 or 4%. Orang pergi naik gaji pun sometimes ada orang tak dapat ini 3%. So every month they will go, every year diorang punya gaji tak dapat keep up with the inflation rate.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so people are getting worse than before by rising cost of living.
Yeah. Adding on to this juga, I think our main concern is more to, macam kita dah mid 40s coming to our 50s. It's more to our children. Okay. We're looking at it at the value of the property asset now. It's skyrocket. 4-room BTO can cost up to 500,000. 5-room can cost up to 600,000-700,000. So our main concern is how can our children, the new generations which are upcoming, can they adapt to this, or is it the same like what we are going through?
Always.
Yeah.
Somehow to reduce, to make housing more affordable, one side must either side mesti take the brunt of macam okay, let's say sekarang rumah dah harga dah tinggi kan, so if we want to bring down, it will affect the current homeowners. This one no choice.
Okay.
No matter whose party yang suggest alternative policy, there must be some certain segment, certain homeowners will get affected.
Okay.
But it has to be done.
Okay.
Because if not, dia akan makin naik sampai it's really not going to be affordable anymore. So there's a lot of things that I think can lower down our pricing. One is supply and demand. They are not building fast enough. Diorang tak supply banyak. Lepas tu bawa masuk foreigners, and then convert into citizen. Habis orang semua beli, and then they allow PR to buy houses lagi, and then diorang tak buat banyak. So it is actually it's not sustainable.
Okay.
Kalau diorang tak match up with demand, they keep doing it. Kita punya oversubscription of BTO berapa banyak.
Ya, betul.
Right?
Betul.
So if we cannot meet demand, the price will always be rising. So they have to solve this. The government has to solve this.
Yeah.
Either curb build more houses or flat, or reduce or bar PR from buying flats. There's no reason why allow PR to buy flat, because it's just a PR. They ultimately they will go back to their home country. So they buy up flats, it drive up houses.
Faham?
Yeah, houses may price lah, they buy up kan. And how many PR? 500,000-600,000 in Singapore. So all these people are going to buy a house, and then it reduce the supply.
Faham.
Unless they can build many houses to meet the demand, it's fine. But now the prices is rising because of the supply. Tak cukup.
See?
Dah tak cukup tak apa, makin mahal.
Yeah,
Rumah
because
Makin kecil.
Yeah, because we know that HDB should be the affordable house.
Yeah,
right? That's the slogan. That's the agenda behind it when they built the HDB back then. So it's like no longer affordable for, let's say now new apa, baru kahwin.
Newlywed.
Yeah, newlywed. How? Because I have a friend who's paying close to 3K per month for HDB.
3K
3K. We have 5 room, 3K.
Crazy.
BTO. Okay.
Malu.
So it is after the MOP. Okay. So 3K for me, 3K dulu boleh beli penthouse agaknya. Beli dulu penthouse. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So 3K for a 4-5 room it doesn't make sense. But still he needs a place to stay.
You see the problem kat sini bila tau. Okay, let's say datang a big recession. Sekarang PR semua dah beli rumah kan. So PR tak dapat kerja, lepas tu they have to sell off the house and then they go back to their own country. Diorang ada motherland. Diorang boleh balik. Kita macam mana ni sekarang? Habis tau, jahanam semua. Price of house menjunam ya, habis.
Betul.
Because dah oversupply now. Because now PR semua dah balik sana. Balik. Now siapa nak tinggal? Habis rumah semua with recession. So we will bear the brunt of it more by allowing this kind of thing to happen. So policy they have to tweak. Because one time big recession comes, gone lah.
Betul.
Singaporean yang akan merana lah.
Betul.
And then sometimes I also wish there's a big recession coming in. That will reset the price house. The house punya
Sales,
price will reset balik. Will go down. But we have to tahan lah.
Yeah.
I mean that's part of it lah.
Yes,
but to do, the government will not be able to solve this problem because dorang punya supply ni kurang and it will keep increasing. Unless they really do this or a major recession hits us, then cost of
living will drop lah.
Will drop.
Macam SAR dulu.
So that's why
kita suffer lah.
kita ni sekarang ni, yang bapak-bapak kita, ni kita ni sebagai bapak ni, sekarang kita dah start risau untuk anak-anak kita.
Masalah, they don't have the political will to do, you see. I'm not sure what is maybe what's the problem. I think the problem the government have to solve is this lah. Kalau dorang kurangkan harga rumah, turunkan, kita punya, our people will get affected also lah. Those who have bought at high price. So they are in a dilemma, you see.
Okay.
But one of the suggestion other political parties suggest is to increase the punya 99 years lease to I think 150. But that also will reduce the price of housing. But those who buy house macam mana? So there's a trade-off. Someone mesti nak kena take this. But the best is, to me, it's a recession, big recession. Jobs will be lost, whatever. It will reset. Then from there. Kalau tak, the government cannot solve also. Have been how many years already? It keeps on rising some more. Kita tak dapat meet demand tau. Habis kita bawa masukkan orang, foreigners lagi tinggal, become naturalized citizen. They want to buy houses. PR pun boleh beli houses. Datang recession, semua balik, kita kat sini juga lah. That is why I use kat Singaporeans first.
Betul.
Because ultimately kalau apa-apa terjadi, kita tak ada mana kita nak lari kat sini juga. Orang PR balik country.
Diorang tak kisah.
We ada high risk.
Foreigners balik country kita
yang suffer.
Dia macam business, high risk, low risk.
Betul.
Nampak tu. Kira aku dah prom lah.
Entrepreneur.
Zan, anything?
Tak ada apa-apa. Tapi okay bang, I got my own personal question. Ini okay, nak cakap saya ni memang buta politik lah, pasal benda-benda gini. Okay, cuma saya nak tahu ni out of curiosity. Those MPs yang bertanding ni in the GE ni, do they go and vote?
They vote. I also vote.
Oh, okay.
I also have to vote.
Vote for their own party?
No, at
wherever you are staying.
Wherever I stay. Macam I tinggal my address is at Yishun. So I vote RDU lah.
Okay for you lah.
I vote RDU.
So for example, if you are under RDU and you are staying in a place whereby contesting cuma PAP and letak
I get to choose lah.
Oh, you get to choose.
If I want to vote opposition, I vote opposition.
Oh, okay.
Kau tak tengok news
Tak, aku kerja.
Dia mana
tak tengok TV. Aku tak tengok TV.
Kawan dia yang bilang dia.
Kawan kau tak bilang ke?
Aku jarang berbual.
Dia dengar podcast dia.
Tak, ini yang aku nak tahu. Okay.
Ada pasal during that polling day, right, yang the rest of macam tu diorang ada ni record, ini datang sini untuk do the voting.
Even Prime Minister pun.
Presiden tak
Mesti semua.
Oh,
Presiden
tinggal mana
Semualah.
Dorang punya residential area
Oh, rumah dorang.
Rumah dorang.
Okay.
Macam aku dekat time aku kat GCB dekat ni.
JCB bagus tu.
Jalan.
Dia dah datang dah punya world prak.
Aku nak kasih dia habis sentence. Lepas tu aku diam je. Dia tengok berapa jauh dia pergi.
Anyway, we are almost to the end of the session. Kita nak berterima kasih kepada Tuan Osman Sulaiman.
No problem lah.
Because honestly, I don't know why I DM you. Okay, I don't know. It started from there. I think it was last week kan?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, last week because I was looking, Osman Sulaiman, bukankah dia ni dalam Facebook Facebook friend list aku? So let's okay, maybe I drop you a message and give you the well wishes to give you that motivation that I will always be behind you whether you win or lose.
Sorry, I nak cakap ni sikit. Actually, you all punya comment yang macam people who DM us, it really means a lot to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, because kita tengah macam penat, when we see this kind of messages and then kata-kata perangsang walaupun we know we already lost, it does help a bit. Yeah, so it was really very nice to get message from you. Okay, baca pun kan.
Thank you.
So that people support.
Sebelum perang aku message, dah habis perang aku message.
Tapi mula bila
Sorry, having said that, can you also say the same thing to our listeners? The listeners kita
betul.
Tolong komen-komen.
Diorang tak nak komen orang.
Kita banyak apa tahu macam abang kau cakap kita banyak silent viewers.
Silent listeners.
We got a lot of silent viewers.
Takut.
Ini yang kita try to say. One message from them really means a lot to sama.
Kita tak tahu apa yang diorang takut. Kita ke politik.
Yeah. So when you receive my message, how do you feel? Cik nak tahu je. Nak kredit juga.
I feel macam appreciated lah. Walaupun we are a small party, habis ada orang really reach out. I have one person who have been following me is my client, renovation client dulu. Every single time follow where I go, what I do, and always give me encouragement. And this is the kind of message that I receive. I feel better instantly. You feel better. It does have an effect.
True.
Bila kau cakap kau invite Osman Sulaiman, when I thought is the Mediacorp actor.
Okay.
Bila kau cakap pasal takkan asal dah kena mengena ini after you say the the other one.
Yes, correct. So whatever the result is, kita kena redha. Macam Faizal Manap cakap, kita redha kan.
Faizal Manap kesian lah.
Kesian.
Don't worry lah.
Don't worry Abang Faizal Manap. InsyaAllah rezeki tu tak salah alamat.
Betul.
The time for you to kita jatuh 1,000 kali, kita bangun yang ke 1,001 kali.
2,000 kali bangun.
2,000. Jangan skip. Jangan gelojoh. Baby step. So like I mentioned, I think you did your best. Your team did your best. Adri did your best. Walau menang kalah tu adat. And to the Singaporeans, this is what you vote for. So jangan complain.
Live with it.
Kalau GST naik 11%, jangan complain.
5 years.
So property barang-barang nak naik ni semua, InsyaAllah akan naik. Jangan complain. So these are the people yang kita nak, which are our voices, opposition party. So yang mana dah rosakkan vote, then you also live with it. Kita akan tanggung sama-sama.
Yang mana tak vote pun sama.
So the next 5 years, we are looking at next 5 years. Please lah, do vote wisely. Kita asyik cakap wisely, tapi macam mana cakap konon lah RDU sampai kat polling PAP. Banyak sangat macam itu. Jangan jadi hipokrit. Gunakan kepala otak, gunakan hati. What we are trying to do is for our generation, and also kita yang akan absorb juga to sustain our life sampai ke akhir hayat kita. Then will be anak-anak kita akan follow through.
Correct.
So macam kita ada cakap previous episode, do that change kalau kita nak that change.
So untuk aku pula kan, if let's say you guys orang cakap, kalau nak vote tu kan, biar nobody knows your vote lah. Don't worry that you think you vote that person, the whatever constituency
Parti.
is winning, MP kan, bila kau pergi, oh cannot, you vote this one, you can I help you, tak akan jadi punya. Whatever it is, tak akan jadi punya. Nobody know your vote. Even though apa-apa orang cakap yang serial number tu korang orang dapat tu, dia semua bullshit lah. So your vote is really confidential, not to worry. Itu je Izan.
No, tak ada apa-apa.
Dah tak ada apa.
Dah sedih
Nak cakap pasal vote pun, benda pun dah lepas.
Dah lepas.
Cakap apa lagi?
Betul.
So kita just redar lah for the next 5 years ni. Kita just go through whatever together lah kan.
Correct.
And just looking forward to the next ni GE lah.
Mana tahu the next GE kau politician
Aku pun dah start minat ni.
You must be sincere.
Sincere.
Nak kena ada integrity, nak kena ada pride.
Ambil tahu pun tidak.
This is a start. This is a start.
I think my last word for my community is perlu ambil tahu. It's very important kerana harga susu pun is
dah
because of
naik.
politics.
Betul.
Harga ikan pun semua is politics kan. Jadi kita tak boleh cakap kita tak nak ambil tahu. It affect every aspect of our life.
Betul.
Jadi kalau tak nak join mana-mana parti pun tak kisah. Supaya at least when kita vote kita ada informed decision.
Betul. Yeah, so before kita wrap up this, aku ada this. I think the quotable quotes I extracted from RDU punya page, which is under Osman Sulaiman. Can I read this out?
Boleh.
Okay. The cleaner is just as important as a doctor. The doctor can only treat you after you get sick. The cleaner keeps you from falling sick. Do we treat both the same? We need to build a society where people are not looked down on just because of the job that they do. We need to pay people fairly. I'm proud of my Singaporean identity and I won't pretend to be someone I'm not just for convenience or to win something. The people deserve honesty.
Yes.
Pada Tuan Osman Sulaiman, kita mendoakan.
Sorry,
Okay, ada lagi.
tadi yang quotes tu aku nak add on boleh?
Boleh. Nak juga?
Dia tambah
Okay, nak creditable juga. Dia nak kredit. Okay.
The police! The police! When your house is in fire!
Ada otak.
When the police, you wait for the fire people!
Fire people. Aku taken aback tau. Fire people.
But lepas tu ada itu tak boleh.
Memang, tapi seriously though, when I saw this kind of videos, I was thinking to myself, these are the kind of people yang kita nak harapkan untuk lead. Come on lah.
Kita doakan.
But it's funny lah.
Betul.
It makes GE fun lah.
Kita mendoakan semoga Abang Abang Osman Sulaiman mendapat tempat di parlimen suatu hari nanti, menjadi suara-suara masyarakat kita. Bukan saja kita, seluruh rakyat Singapura. To be treated fairly, seadil-adilnya. Dan semoga apa dalam bidang apa sekalipun yang Tuan Osman akan lakukan selepas ini, dan bisnesnya di Sibu, kita mendoakan kesejahteraan, umur, kesihatan. Semoga diberi kesihatan sampai the next GE.
InsyaAllah.
Terima kasih.
Like I mentioned, I will always be the loyal opposition
Thank you so much.
follower. Kita mendoakan yang terbaik. Anything from you, Ahli Osman?
Thank you for inviting me lah, just to share my point of view. And then I think the next election, I don't know whether I'll contest or not, but hopefully the time will come that there's a change of power, or there's a change of leadership, that the opposition can gain at least 1/3 majority, so that there is no power that is vested in one single party, because that will that is detrimental to democracy lah.
Okay.
So sampai di sini saja episod kali ini. Kepada pendengar-pendengar kita dan penonton kita, followers kita, do drop us comment. Itu yang sangat berkurangan sekarang ni. Tapi followers ramai.
Ini live kan?
Tak, ini tak live. InsyaAllah.
Habis tak lah, macam mana tahu? Tak ada orang komen.
Pasal bila kita post tu tak ada komen.
Tak ada komen.
Tapi views ramai. But they are interested.
Yeah.
So mudah-mudahan
Clickbait lah.
Yes, clickbait. Well, fine that clickbait. So kita apa tadi aku nak cakap?
Okay, yang pada siapa yang belum follow kita dekat YT, IG, TikTok, please do follow us, subscribe, comment.
Yes. Dan pada yang siapa belum follow Osman Sulaiman, sila
Yes,
follow
sila follow
dia
dia.
di beliau di social media beliau untuk mengikuti progress dia, perkembangan dia ya dalam bisnes, aspek bisnes ataupun politik.
Yes.
Biar politik yang kita sama-sama kita mendoakan our leaders sentiasa diberi kesihatan.
Amin.
Because kita amat memerlukan opposition party punya leaders dalam parlimen.
Amin.
Ya. Once again, Thank you so much.
Thank you, bang.
Thank you so much. Mana yang terkurang daripada kita, maafkan kita. Sekejap, aku kira dream come true tau. Aku nak buat ni. Let's do this lah.
Fist bump
Nampak? Mana tahu 2030 aku sebelah-sebelah.
Amin.
InsyaAllah
juga.
Ya, nak juga.
Okay.
Sampai di sini saja episod kita kali ini. Aku Epok Gazi.
Aku Izan Rosli.
Aku Bob Ashri.
Osman Sulaiman.
Naripo Papo.
Ciao.